is very family oriented.
Yes.
You know, for you, family is a strong pillar of your life.
Yes.
So tell us more.
I mean, love is family. So in the journey of coming up with this next album, the themes around love and family and home and friendship and heartbreak, you know, we touch a bit on everything. So love is, in the spectrum of the project, kind of just solidifies that at the end of the day, true love begins with you.
Yes.
If you don't love yourself, then you can't love your family, you can't love,
100%.
you know. So and over the last few years during the pandemic, that was really just the reckoning, you know, just looking into your life and feeling that I'm not loving myself as I should, or putting myself first, so I can have enough to give others.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it's actually very important. Self-love, I feel,
Yes.
is the highest form of love.
Yeah.
And as you've said, if you can't love yourself, you can't give that love to anybody else.
Yes.
So brilliant. That
Yes.
was just on point. Now, Fena, let's talk about your upcoming album.
Yes.
The theme is Love, Art, Lust. And I want to know more about it. Why Love, Art, Lust?
So, because I'm kind of cool.
Okay. I know that. You are cool.
I might. So it was love at last.
Ah.
At last being, I found myself in this whole process and just the need to love myself. So it was, love at last. But then I'm an artist and life is really just one big blank canvas.
Okay.
And then my nature is also seductive in a way, so the lust angle kind of comes in. So just the putting it together became, love, art, lust.
So creative.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you just hear things that artists and musicians like yourself say, you're just like, how did you come up with that?
That's how I think when I watch your videos.
Really?
I'm like, how do you even think like that? So it's really cool to be on this stage with you.
Thank you so much, Fena. You know, I've been watching your journey for quite some time. You've been active in the industry for over 10 years now, for over a decade. Started off as a background singer for Mudhoni, the drummer queen, and Dela, and then you went on to win a competition. So you've really been there, done that, and then had your album come out. How has your journey been over the years?
Crazy, ups and downs. It hasn't been easy. The context in which we're living in this country is like the structure isn't really set up in our favor as artists and creatives. So maneuvering that, against all odds isn't easy, but then having a good support system, having a good team, having, fans who really see your effort and the kind of, passion you have for the thing just keeps me going.
Yeah,
and hoping that, one day things break through.
Yeah. So when you first discovered that you wanted to be an artist, you wanted to be a musician, and you told your family, what were their reactions? Were they supportive? Were they like a bit skeptical? What were the thoughts that came through from your family?
Right. I'm from a single family, single parent family, my mom and my sister. My sister is an opera singer. She's a classically trained singer.
So music definitely runs in the family.
Is in the family. So even for me, like my mom, at first she was skeptical just because after high school I was always at home and no job. But I told her to just be patient and, wait and see what I do. So when I dropped my first album, at the end of the concert, she was like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Okay.
And just like, you do what you need to do.
That must really give you confidence, right? When your mom tells you it's okay, you know what, follow your dreams.
I think parents should really consider supporting their kids in the arts, because you might not be good at science, but they're a genius in music or in fashion or in, the creative space now. So we should really try and, empower our kids as well.
And once you started off as a singer, let me ask you this, and I want an honest answer from you. Did you ever feel like giving up because of how difficult it is to break through and actually feel like you're being heard? Because sometimes you can be creating the best music, but there's nobody that's actually paying attention to your music as such. So did you ever feel like that at any point in your life?
I still feel that.
Really?
Every day I still wake up and think, oh man, I wonder who's gonna listen to this song, or am I doing enough? So it's a continuing, cycle, and reminding yourself why, you need to use your gift, because there is someone who's paying attention, there is someone who's being inspired by your work. But it's not easy, so there are days for sure where you're just like, I could easily be you know, in the government doing government work or something.
Be a politician.
Or be a politician. So it really is just every day choosing to be present.
Yeah. And how do you overcome those days? You know, when you have your lows, when there's times that you just feel like giving up, what do you do?
I go through them.
Yeah?
Yeah, you just allow it to happen.
You feel?
You feel it. You can't be perfect. You can't afford to escape, because if you escape, you will still be in that same cycle. So if I'm going through a writer's block, I just, you know, sit and watch movies and just like chill out.
Yeah.
And then eventually a spark will come back.
Yeah.
But also, you can't also sit back too long. There's no time. So it's a balance. It's just, as you grow, you find the balance. Yeah.
And this generation that we're in, you know, it's all about social media. We are in the digital age, truthfully speaking. And I feel like for musicians especially, TikTok has become such an imperative tool to promote your music, to market your brand, and also get your music to be heard. So how are you trying to like incorporate Fena from back in the day to the TikTok Fena right now that, you know, we're seeing this millennial, and millennial is still, I feel, a bit older, Gen Zs, as I like to call them. How are you able to tap into that audience and connect to them? Yeah,
it's an adjustment for sure. I'm from the hood. I'm just like, I just want to be cool and chill. But then there are times you're like, okay, this is a whole new demographic you need to tap into. So I have my little dances that I'll do here and there. I'll have really long conversations on like TikTok Live and really just get to know what kind of people are following me. Most times I find it's new people who've never heard of you and they're just like curious. So it's really interesting to just to try and adjust every day to this. It's changing every day.
Times are changing. 100%. And even like before this, you started teaching me a dance, and I'm like, I like that Fena has come prepared.
You know,
Fena has the dance ready.
You're like the queen of TikTok. Come on, it's like, okay, let me at least give you a small brick dance thing.
For sure. I feel like dance and music just go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
And you know, the sooner you realize that as a performer, as an artist, the better for you. And I'm glad that you're like in it. You know, you've got with the times, and that's awesome. That's really nice to see. Fena, let's talk about you as a personality. I was just watching your videos, and I'm like, you're so effortlessly cool. Like the attitude, the swag. Are you always like that in real life? Are you like outgoing and social and like, you know, the person who always steals the limelight?
Is that so? Because I'm really laid back. Like, I'm very shy.
Really?
I keep to myself.
Are you an introvert?
Painfully.
What?
Painfully
I would have
so.
never guessed that.
Yeah, I'm very shy. So I mean, I also know when to switch it on and off. If I'm at work, you know, Mama D's shows up, and then when I leave the stage, it's like, Fena, I just want to be in my little corner with my little circle. So it's still a balance.
Putting on quite a show though, because no one can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sasha Fierce on a good day. Sasha Fierce on a good day, just Fena chilling.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you know, now that you have your upcoming album, right?
Yes.
And you said it will be coming out soon. What are some of the expectations that you have from this album? It's been a while since you released an album, and people are really looking forward to it. You know, what are some of the thoughts that you're really trying to process? There must be a lot of emotions involved with this particular album coming out, especially the theme that it's based on. It's quite personal as well, as you said. So yeah, what are some of the things that are going through your mind and your heart right now?
There's so much going through my mind. First, it's my COVID baby. So it's like, oh, maybe, you know, I was in the thick of things, balancing between depression in a sense and also trying to keep it together, because, I mean, the pandemic was going to end anyway, but just like out of nowhere, everything changed. And being allowed the space to be alone and introspective and reflect on your life. So it's really, after I did Unleashed, it's like me still exploring myself. And I know many people who are in the same space, who were even during the pandemic, like just trying to figure out who you are in the context of the world we're in. And realizing love is really the root of everything. Like, if we would all just love each other, life would be so much better. If we would be compassionate and kind, because you don't know what someone else is going through.
100%.
It doesn't matter if they have 1 million shillings in the bank. They're probably going through something you can't even begin to imagine. So that aspect of compassion kind of just spoke to me a lot more. Also, I'm growing. You know, I'll be turning a certain age in 2 weeks, so adulting is happening.
Are you a May baby as well?
I'm an April. I'm a Taurus. April.
I'm Taurus as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Team Taurus gang.
Taurus gang.
Yeah, April 25th. Anyway, gifts are welcome. Thank you.
Empesa.
Yeah. So the process of adulting and just trying to figure out what kind of legacies we're leaving behind.
Okay.
What are we building as a company? Phenomenal Entertainment is growing. So the phenomenal style aspect of it is growing.
Right.
Yeah. All of that just comes into this body of work. Yeah.
There's a lot that comes into play, you know, when you are a brand,
yeah,
and you have a team that you're working with. There's a lot of things that you need to consider, you need to think about,
yeah,
not just for yourself, but for your team as well.
Yes.
And you've got a very good team. They're so active and they're like on top of the game.
Yeah.
So, and are they all women?
Yes,
I
actually,
love
yes.
that. That makes me, because
for the most part, I mean, we have a few guys,
okay, here and there,
the film crew and this and that, but my primary team is all
the
women.
integral team.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's amazing, and I love that, you know, your team is like your family, and you're so close. I feel like it just brings out the best in you.
It does, and I hope in them as well. So the idea is just to, even as they are individuals, you know, the things they do as individuals, to tap into that and build their platforms as well. Yeah. So we'll see where the ecosystem
behind the keyboard and just type something nasty in your comment section. How do you react to that?
I used to react. I used to be very combative online. I couldn't filter. I was just
really.
I remember one time I had a day when I was being trolled the whole day.
Okay.
So my best friend and I were at the beach, luckily, and we're just like, you know what, today we're going to respond to everyone.
Wow.
And we went at it. And at the end of it, I was like, oh, this is so exhausting.
It's draining.
It drains you of your energy. So nowadays, I just ignore.
Yeah.
If you find me on the wrong side of the day, I might snap back.
Okay.
Because also bullies need to be bullied back. Like, I don't like bullies, so I will kind of snap back. But I've learned to, you know, filter. But I've learned to, you know, filter and understand that no person with something going on for their lives will take that time to waste it on hating on someone else.
Yeah.
So that's someone who actually needs love.
Yeah.
That's someone who's lacking love or lacking finances, or, you know, so me snapping back at them has taken from me instead of, you
100%.
know. Yeah, so I've kind of just learned in my adulting way, it's just like, it's never that serious.
It isn't.
Yeah.
It really never is. And Fena, you know, let's talk about being vulnerable. Let's talk about being sensitive and just showing the sensitive side. As you said, sometimes you have those low moments in your life and where you're feeling like you're at breaking point, and then you lift yourself up. And mental health, I feel, is something that we don't speak about that often as performers, as public figures. So what do you think right now is something that you'd like to tell people who are going through anything in terms of mentally, who are probably having a heartbreak or, you know, loss of finances, loss of jobs? What advice would you like to give such people?
Show up. I think every day it's not easy to wake up and just show up for yourself.
Yeah.
There are days where you wake up and show up, but you're just not there. But you're better off being present in that moment. It also, remember, I'm going to try and be a bit gentle about it, but like, you're not the only one.
Yeah, you're not alone.
You're not alone, and there are people who've come before you, and there are people who will come after you who will go through worse or less than you. So the context of we're very insignificant compared to the size of the universe. So our problems are just minute. So when you remember that, it kind of just like brings you back down to, okay, you know what, today's a bad day, tomorrow might be better.
Yeah.
And if tomorrow isn't better, we try again another day.
Yeah.
And keep trying and keep trying. Something will break through.
Yeah. Just keep at it.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
Also seek help if you know you're in a bad place. There's so much help out there.
100%.
My sister is a therapist. My mom is a therapist. Like, just reach out somehow. You will find help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important to actually first accept that you're not okay.
Yes.
To be able to, like, you know, get help.
Yes.
So I think that's wonderful that you've said that it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you can reach out for help and no one's going to judge you, right? People have been there. We've all experienced our own battles, our own fair share of struggles in our lives.
Yeah.
So, well said. What can we expect from Fena apart from this album?
Yeah.
You know, in the future, any collaborations that you'll be working on, something that you're excited about? And this particular album, I want something that you haven't told anyone. I need to hear something exclusively. Any cool collaborations in the album?
Yes. Two are out already. So I did a song with Dufla Diligon, dope dancehall artist. And then I did one with Zinia Manasseh.
Oh, I love Zinia.
Yeah, Zinia is dope. So we did Living Legends. So there's one more collab on the album.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. In fact, I won't even tell you who. I'll wait for you to.
It's
a surprise.
Fine.
But amazing Kenyan female artist.
Okay.
The album sounds amazing. It's grown. It's refined. It's just a beautiful sound. Yeah. Features. I mean, collabos. I'm gonna do a lot of collabos this year as well.
Okay.
Because away from the project, I do need to have more, you know, songs in the mainstream. So I have a few lined up. We'll see how that goes. But I really just want to be at the forefront of pushing Kenyan music to the world. Yeah. So I'm doing my part as best as I can. Yeah.
And any, you know, words that you would like to give out to your fans, people who have been supporting you this entire time, and just what would you like to tell them? Speak to them. That's your camera.
I'd say, don't just hear it, listen and watch keenly. Some people feel like I've been quiet. Yes, I have been quiet and I've been kind of playing it low-key, but we've been making moves. So if you keep a good eye out, you'll see some gems that we've been lining up for the bigger thing. I don't know yet what the bigger thing is, but we're pushing hard to see us break through the continent. So your support, your love, your likes, your subscriptions, you can M-Pesa, you can, you know, just support us whichever way works for you. We're putting in the work. Yeah.
I love that. And, you know, we genuinely love what you're doing. I love your sound. You know, everything about you is so unique. So keep at it and keep going. And I can't wait to hear everything that you have in store for us in the future, and of course the album as well. And I think it's time that we air Love
the
It.
new song.
It's a must. It has to be done. Kojax, are you ready?
We're ready.
He is ready. So
let's go, DJ.
There's a dance.
There's a dance
that we've been like practicing.
I've been teaching her. So yeah.
For my God I stand. For my God I stand, give him all the praises that I get to live to see another day. Yes, for my fake gold diamond pieces, I just really wanna thank you, Jesus. Things been better, velvet silk, dripping butter, bread milk. I'm alive and I'm willing and able. Let me pray for my neighbors. Oh, in your prayers you pray for me. In my prayers I pray for you. God is love and love is true. God is love, love is true. In your prayers you pray for me. In my prayers I pray for you. God is love and love is true. God is love, love is true. Oh, love is you. Love is love is you. Bado nasoma wiki mbariki, sina matata mimi. Ni Mungu moja tu ninasadiki, naomba takatifu nikitaka kitu, yani mwenye kiti mimi Fena G. I got altitude of attitude of gratitude, defying gravity. Nothing else matters. Vanity is vanity. Hey, so pray for me. I pray for you. In your prayers you pray for. In my prayers I pray for. God is love and love is true. God is love, love is you. Oh, love is you. Love is you. Love is you. Yes, so come on, beautiful.
phenomenal, and I think it was quite a song.
Yeah.
I feel such positive energy, such a good vibe, and I know that if you're watching this, if you're listening to it, you'll know what love is. Thanks to the one and only Fena. We'll do this again next week, same time, same place. But before that, remember, you should go check out this song on YouTube. It's called Love Is.
Yes.
And just listen to it on replay. Keep listening to it because Kenyan talent is the way to go.
Yeah.
And I can't have, put in a better way because I feel like Fena is Kenya.
Yes.
Right?
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Shiksha.
We'll do this again next week, same time, same place. Don't go too far. Cole Jacks on the decks with Disco Funk. I'll see you later. Shiksha Arora signing out.
No, yo, nimeshinda nikiomba kali kolabo miaka mingi ananiambia bado hata sisikia vibaya hata sisikia vibaya akanishow rudi studio kotaka do before you call Jones to be in your video hata sisikia vibaya
Cole Jacks.
nikamshow kwa nimesikia vibaya